Welcome to another episode in this vArmour video series. In this demonstration, I will be showing you how vArmour dynamically discovers and visualizes your business applications in AWS, how AWS tags can be ingested to speed up the discovery of applications and dynamically change the application model, and finally, how vArmour can calculate policy based upon your intention and configure your AWS security groups. As you know from other videos in this series, vArmour helps to provide governance and compliance to your multi-cloud environments, whether regulatory or self-imposed, and continuously measures to ensure conformance. This is done in 3 steps. Step 1. Discover and model your cloud workloads and applications. Step 2. Build policies based upon your security objectives and report on violation to these policies. Step 3. Program the native controls in your cloud environment to enforce the policies. Let's jump into the demo. After logging in, we are presented with an overview of the environment. We can see all of the discovered applications at the bottom. Let's take a look at the application called My App. You can instantly see how this application is made up. There's a database tier here, a web tier here, and an application tier here. We can see that there is internet activity from this application, and if I expand that out, I can see that in fact both the web tier and the application tier are taking communications from the internet and communicating with the internet. For the purposes of this demo, I'm going to assume that the databases are not a shared resource and therefore should be a part of the My App application. So I'm going to head over to my AWS account and I'm going to change the tags on both the databases to denote that these are in fact part of My App. And if I refresh my page, I can see that the databases now belong to My App. Now I'm going to create policy, so I'm going to head over to my policy workspace. This is a non-live area where you can make changes and simulate the effect of those changes without affecting actual policy. Policy is only actually changed when the workspace is promoted to be active. My intention for this policy is to separate the application from other applications while permitting the dependencies to and from the other applications. So I'll click on Create Policy and the different intent templates pop up. You can see there are compliance templates, then there are regional and realm separation templates, but the one that we're going to be using in this case is our application isolation template. I'll choose My App and enable enforcement and hit OK. Congratulations, you've just created the policy for isolating that application, and if we look at this policy, we'll see that there are 38 rules which were created in just a few seconds. How do we know the effects of using these rules? We go into our simulator, which runs a record of all historical relationships against the new policy and reports on the traffic that will be blocked if this policy is promoted to be active. In this top half, we can see a hit counter of the rules, and in the bottom we can see that some DNS traffic will be blocked. We're going to assume that this is okay and go ahead and validate and translate the policy into AWS talk. The output of the policy is a JSON file which can either be pushed to a central orchestrator such as Terraform to deploy, or vArmour can deploy the policy directly into AWS. We will choose to deploy the policy by clicking the Deploy button. The policy has now been deployed, and if I go to my security groups in AWS, I can see the ones that have been created by vArmour. So a quick recap of what we saw. We showed the dynamic discovery of applications and visualized them. We showed how we can dynamically change application membership based upon AWS ingested tags, and we showed the creation, testing, and deployment of policy into AWS security groups. To summarize, vArmour allows you to maintain security posture at the speed of delivery, provides increased application visibility and asset identification, and ensures security and continuous compliance at scale. You've been listening to the vArmour demo series. Thank you for your time.